I built a long y-axis at the bottom of the CNC router. It might need a cover to protect the y-axis ball screw and linear rails. Hi, welcome to Slow Engineering. I'm David. The y-axis has a long exposure of the ball screw and linear rails except the working platform. Debris might get into ball screw knot or linear rails cartridges and reduce the lifetime. It is better to have some protection on them. I found most of these covers are using plastic rubbers for the CNC machine. As the information I got, they are also cry-thick to prevent penetrations from the debris, but that is for the metal. For my case, I don't use any system with liquid. The only upgrade might be the vacuum system. And this machine is for plastic, not metal. So, the covers don't need heavy duty for it. Besides, the plastic rubber covers are not easy to build. Folding and making them to deform as wheel is not simple. I need to find some other materials to get the approach. The shape is also a characteristic to consider. How to fold the sheet into the shape and expand and shrink. I started from an A4 paper to test the shape I wanted. The shape not only needs to cover both the linear rails and the ball screw underneath, but also needs to move along with the Y working platform. In order to fold the shape easily, I decided to make a C shape to cover them. The direction of the cover edges will turn 90 degrees to cover the side. This makes a simple cover for the ball screw and the linear rails. I only need several of the same pieces to cover the entire y-axis with A4 size of them. Okay, now the shape is decided. Move on to the material. Papers are good to fold, but they are too soft to support themselves and have no protection against the grease on the rails. In conclusions, I think different papers might be a solution. Maybe a layer of coating or plastic sheet. I found some A4 size plastic sheets and 2 other papers to test. I printed the folding patterns on the plastic sheet first and tried to fold it. No chance to fold them properly. So I printed the patterns on the second material, the release paper. It would be better to be careful when working on them since the inks on the papers can be erased. The two-side coating release paper has the ability to protect the paper inside and can also provide the elasticity and stiffness for the covers. The third one, the craft paper. The paper which doesn't have the coatings obviously. So I stick to the release paper to build my covers. Use the utility knife to cut the boundary first. Then use the back of the knife to press the dents where the inks are. It is the key to fold this release paper clear later. After all the lines are pressed by the back of the knife, try to fold the paper at the dents. First, make the paper into the zigzag shape. Next, try to fold the edges to the other direction to make 90 degrees turns. Make a total of 4 pieces of them to cover the y-axis. Use the strong VHD tape, not the usual one, to attach 2 of them together to increase the length. Then, attach it to the frame at 2 ends. One side is for the ends of the y-axis, and the other side is for the edge of the working platform. Next, carefully use the holes on the frame to drill several holes on the paper to make install points on the working platform side. The basic shape will be like this. Prepare the same for the other side. After making both of them, I realized they might pop up when the platform tries to squeeze to one side. I came with a saw to retain the covers in place by wires. I have holes on both frame edges, and these lower holes can also provide wires to go through all the cover's edges and retain them in position when collapsing. So, I bought the fishing wires and make them through all the covers to the other side of the y-axis. These two wires will retain all the covers in place when the working platform is moving. For installing, try to pass the fishing wire through the first sections of the covers. Install the screws and nuts at the platform side frame. Then, attach the frame onto the platform. You need to flip the cover to tighten the screws. After tightening the screws, insert 4 screws at the bottom of the bolt screw support side. Install the bolt screw support side frame to the CNC frame. Here, I use 4 screws. The lower 2 screws secure the cover frame to the machine frame. The upper 2 screws are weighted for the nuts on the fishing wires, then tighten with the wires to create the first fixed points. For installing the second sections of the covers, pass the fishing wires through the second cover first. Remember the wires go under the working platform. Then install the working platform side frame as before. The following sequences are the same until the nuts to fix the wires. Make sure the entire wires are tensioned before secure the wires. This is the end of the cover build. I hope you enjoyed. Like, share this video and subscribe to this channel if you learned something, or consider becoming a Patreon member to support my projects. Thank you for watching and see you next time.